Hey, Cenk, whatever, because Cenk, I believe you're in California. Whatever marijuana you're smoking, I want you to share it with the rest of us, because you are out of your mind.
Problem.
Donald Trump is an unpopular president. Are you freaking bananas? Have you seen the rallies?
You live in a bubble,
You're
Vinny.
Delusional. And Cenk, you're going to go down in history.
You can't read
when
numbers.
People see you, bro, and I actually like you, Cenk, I actually like you a lot, and I'm being genuine. I wish you would have. If you're better than Kamala, you're better than Joe. I'm being honest with you. But Cenk, you're going to go down as that guy when people see you. That's the guy that just hates Trump.
Piers Morgan had a couple of guests. We had one guest that is Vinny from the Patrick Bet David podcast over on Valuetainment. And we also had a few other guests, but the main one being Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks here on Piers Morgan Uncensored. Those two really got into it, talking about this next upcoming election with Joe Biden dropping out, Kamala Harris taking Joe Biden's spot. It seems like, anyway. Could still be other people. People are saying Hillary Clinton could be the nominee. Who knows? But what Vinny is saying and what Piers Morgan is saying to Cenk Uygur is that it doesn't really matter. Trump is probably going to dominate regardless. Trump is going to dominate no matter what candidate they put there, no matter what nominee they put there. Trump is going to win if all things are fair, if there's no foul play in the election. That's what Piers Morgan and Vinny are saying to Cenk Uygur. Cenk is hardcore disagreeing, and of course, things got very heated between Vinny, Piers, and Cenk Uygur. Let's get into this clip here from Piers Morgan Uncensored of Cenk and Vinny going at it. And like I said, things got very heated. Let's check this out.
Properly examined by the vetters, by the media for a number of years now. And also, I would put this into play. She gets all the money, if it's her, that's been given to Biden. But she also has quite an interesting perspective, if you like, against Trump. She's the former prosecutor. He's the convicted felon. You could see that she could turn that into quite an aggressive attack plan. I mean, does none of that rock your boat?
Yeah, no, look, Kamala Harris, if she wins the open convention, I'm perfectly happy to have her as the candidate. But she hasn't won that yet. And honestly, I got more votes than she did running for president. So I don't know how she's been vetted. She really hasn't. What does she do as vice president? I'm not talking her down. I'm just saying we don't know nearly enough. And I don't want to fall into the trap that you guys are obviously setting. You guys are all Trump fans. So you're like, yeah, pick Kamala or maybe Hillary Clinton. Yeah, that's a great idea. No, let's pick the strongest candidate.
I'm not a Trump. Hang on, Cenk. I'm not a Trump fan. People say to me, you want Trump to win. You're a Trump supporter. No.
Come on,
I have known Trump. Listen, let me set my stall. I've known Trump nearly 20 years. I get on very well with him personally, albeit we have a few rocky patches. But the bottom line is, I don't have a vote in this race. I'm a British citizen, not an American citizen. I've never told anyone to vote for Trump, and I'm as critical of him as anyone. I've been incredibly critical of Trump, as well as not being afraid to praise him when I think he's right. And for example, if you can't look at the way he responded to being shot and praise him, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, and I praise them for that, of course, because I have eyes and ears. And you know I'm reasonable and I'm honest about all these things. But are you guys being real? I mean, this whole idea of, Donald Trump can't be beat, he climbed like 9 points after the assassination attempt and barely got to 40. He's one of the most unpopular politicians of all time. This lunatic conspiracy theory that the Democrats would want him assassinated. Are you crazy? We want him as our opponent. He's like the weakest candidate possible.
Well, it's no coincidence. Cenk, it is no coincidence
Cenk, come on,
that on the day that Biden finally threw his white flag up was the day that there was a poll saying that Trump was now 7 points ahead in Michigan. That's a depth changer.
No, Piers, you know.
Also, I don't know if a lot of people are talking about this or if it's just kind of understood, which is, if that's the case, and it's like a very dark place that we're in right now. They tried to throw Trump in jail to get him, to not be able to run for this next election. They tried to throw him in jail. They tried to put charges on him that took him out of the running for this next election. That didn't work, at least so far. Then they tried to actually take him out, which we knew was going to be the next step at some point. And then that didn't work. They missed. And now they're all going to be on guard, looking for the next attempt. So they're not going to, they probably wouldn't try that again. I don't know. Maybe they will. They're just shameless like that. I don't know. But then after both of those things failed, they couldn't throw Trump in jail. They couldn't kill him. They couldn't assassinate him. Now Joe Biden drops out. Is that not fishy to anyone else? Like, is it not kind of like he waited until after? Because everybody's like, oh, he waited so long. They don't have that much time left before this next election. Do you think that he wasn't just banking on Trump being dead or in jail? Like, I'm not saying this is all alleged. I'm just a wild conspiracy theorist, you know, thinking about the most wildest case as possible. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just saying that is a pretty weird coincidence that he waited so long to drop out when not much has changed, you know, with his health. His mental health has been bad his entire presidency. It's not good. But he still waited until after they tried to throw Trump in jail and failed, and until after they tried to assassinate Trump and failed. And then he dropped out. Is that not fishy to anyone else? Just saying. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. Once again, just saying it's a little weird. You know, it's a little coincidental, in my opinion. Let me know in the comment. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm wild, wacky lunatic. I don't know. Let me know in the comments.
Oh, no, wait a minute. No, Piers, you know that I've been saying for a year, and I've been saying it on this program, that Joe Biden was definitely going to lose. He had a 0 chance because he was so deeply unpopular and his favorabilities were so low. And I was trying to snap the Democratic voters and politicians out of it. And you're welcome. I did. Having said that, that's not because Donald Trump was so popular. I'm saying almost anybody could beat Donald Trump. He's one of the 3 most unpopular people who have ever run for president. The problem is the Democrats put the other 2 against him, Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden.
Right, but you're missing my
so
point.
Just pick someone else and we'll win easily.
Well, hang on. Let's talk over each other. The point, Vinny, the point I would make, just before I let you respond to that, is that it's all very well, but we all know the election comes down to a few swing states, and Michigan is absolutely key. The Democrats have to win in Michigan, really, to have any chance. And to have a 7-point gap announced on Sunday morning, that is why I think Biden was basically told by the grandees of the party, you've got to stand aside. He was going to get flatlined.
But Piers, of course,
hold on,
that's
Piers,
not the only stat.
First of all, whatever, hey, Cenk, whatever, because Cenk, I believe you're in California. Whatever marijuana you're smoking, I want you to share it with the rest of us, because you are out of your mind.
Problem.
Donald Trump is an unpopular president. Are you freaking bananas? Have you seen the rallies?
You live in a bubble,
You're
Vinny.
Delusional. And Cenk, you're going to go down in history.
You can't read
when
numbers.
People see you, bro, and I actually like you, Cenk. Cenk, I actually like you a lot, and I'm being genuine. I wish you would have. If you're better than Kamala, you're better than Joe. I'm being honest with you. But Cenk, you're going to go down as that guy when people see you. That's the guy that just hates Trump. That's what kind of existence is that?
I can read numbers.
And let's be honest. The Democratic Party, hold on, Cenk. The Democratic Party, let's be honest. What are you guys doing? Look at your top picks. Kamala Harris, Gavin the Snake Newsom, Hillary Clinton, Pete Buttigieg, Gretchen Whitmer. What do you guys have? At least the other side, mind you, I'm not a Republican, but I am voting for Donald Trump. As at least Vivek Ramaswamy, they have people that are energetic, that love this country. The other side is ridiculous, man. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, the other side is ridiculously bad. And guess what? It doesn't even matter, because you talk to any person who is voting Democrat in this next election, and they will literally say that they will vote for Joe Biden in an urn. Destiny has said that on Piers Morgan Uncensored, that he would vote for Joe Biden in an urn over Donald Trump. I saw somebody else say recently that if they put a political version of Air Bud, they put a golden retriever running against Donald Trump, they would vote for him. It literally doesn't matter who they run. That base is going to vote for Donald Trump, for against Donald Trump, you know, because the only thing that the Democrats have to run on right now is we must beat this threat to democracy that is Donald Trump. What are they going to do whenever Donald Trump can't run anymore after he either wins or loses this next election, and it's Vivek Ramaswamy's turn to be the Republican candidate? What are they going to do? Are they also going to frame him as the threat to democracy? Because if they start to do that, everybody's going to start to wake up to all the nonsense, and they're going to just stop voting Democrat altogether. You know, even a lot of Democrats, you know, some of them are just going to vote Democrat no matter what, because they're just brainwashed like that. But a lot of them would wake up and say, hold on, you said that about Trump. It's kind of the same thing that a lot of people woke up during the lockdowns and stuff like that of 2020. It's like, hold on. Why are we locked in our houses again? Why can't we go to the gym? You know, if apparently exercise and being healthy is, you know, able to deter this virus and stuff. I have to watch what I say. This is why I'm kind of dancing around certain words. But if being healthy and exercising can deter this virus from taking its effect on me, why can't I go to the gym? Why can't I go to the grocery store? Why can't I go see my grandmother in a nursing home? I don't understand. Then people started to wake up after getting hammered in the head with this nonsense over and over and over again, these control tactics over and over and over again. Well, if the Democrats, yes, even people are stupid enough to be Democrats in 2024, if Trump is gone and then they say the same things about Vivek Ramaswamy, I mean, it's going to be hard for you to not feel stupid voting Democrat again. So the only thing that Democrats have to run on nowadays is, I am not Donald Trump, therefore you must vote for me, or else you're supporting a threat to democracy. The big bad Donald Trump, he's going to take over the world, create his, use America and create his own dictatorship empire. Like, it's ridiculous. So once Trump is gone, they have nothing. They literally have nothing.
Wow. Like, it's unbelievable.
Guys.
By the way, I was in New York, Piers. I was in New York with Patrick Bet-David. We were there on a little vacation. And you think New York, a lot of Democrats, you should see the amount of Donald Trump hats that I saw. And even after the assassination attempt, after the freaking coup attempt,
Vinny, I'm in New York,
yeah,
and I've seen it. And not only seen it, I've been amazed anecdotally how many people are telling me they're going to vote Trump. Way more than I can ever remember in New York. So, Cenk, I'm not sure you're right about this. I felt in 2016 that many people were missing the Trump train. I'd been down in Middle America, and I could feel it roaring away, and I could feel intense dislike for Hillary Clinton. And I got to say,
if you enjoy content like this, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
I'm feeling exactly the same again now. And it's been, I think, a result of several things. The debate debacle, where Trump managed to conduct himself by Trump standards in a very smart way. He was pretty measured most of the time. He allowed Biden to effectively hang himself on live TV. Then the response to the assassination. And now I think he's coming out with all guns blazing, pardon the analogy, given what happened to him, but literally using what happened to him to fuel a sense that he's the strong guy in the room. That the Democrats have never looked weaker. They've now had their leader had to stand down. And they've got a completely, in Kamala Harris, if it is her, someone who, if they're just going to be a like-for-like comparison, many Americans will go, you know what, Trump seems a stronger bet here. And that's the problem for the Democrats.
Can you imagine Kamala Harris having to talk to the other world leaders, to people like, the leader of North Korea or China or any of these like adversarial countries are talking to Putin? Kamala Harris, come on, dude. There's no way that anybody, like, even a lot of people who are going to vote for Joe Biden just because he's simply not Trump, they're not going to vote for Kamala Harris. And maybe I'm crazy. Maybe that's me coping. I don't know. But that's what I think. Like, I just can't imagine Kamala Harris being the president, and I think a lot of people will feel the same.
How do you get away from the fact that when he was shot, Trump did this in an act of defiance, and a lot of Americans went, wow, that was ballsy. Even Mark Zuckerberg called it badass.
Yeah, Piers, I called it badass. And in 2016, right around this time, I said Trump would win. So what I have is apparently an ability to read numbers that is just missing in Washington, D.C. So Joe Biden's numbers were pathetically low. They were in the 30s. He barely even got into the low 40s ever. But Donald Trump's numbers are terrible as well. They're usually hovering around the high 30s, low 40s. These are terrible numbers. You guys can use all the anecdotes you like. And Vinny, brother, I got respect for you too, even though you say crazy conspiracy theories. I get it. We're both populists. We want the right thing for the American people. But you're in a bubble, brother. Just because you love Trump and everyone you know loves Trump doesn't mean that the country does. 55% of the country hates Trump. We just have to put a non-establishment candidate up and we'd win easily. But of course, again, Democrats panic and go, whoever's the leader, I'm going to support. Okay, just hold on. If we picked someone who won in Kentucky, for example, we'd win in a crushing landslide. The country doesn't want to vote for Trump. It's in the numbers. Get out of your bubble.
But check it, just really fast, Piers.
Hang on. Vinny, I'll come to you. I want to play a clip before I come back to you. This is a clip where Trump was at his rally in Michigan on Saturday, and he came up with this phrase about people attack him for wanting to attack democracy, and that he himself has now taken a bullet for democracy. Because I thought that was a really powerful moment for Trump in this whole race. Let's take a look.
They keep saying he's a threat to democracy. I'm saying, what the hell did I do for democracy? Last week, I took a bullet for democracy. What did I do against democracy?
I mean, Vinny, there are a few more powerful things for a presidential candidate to say than I took a bullet for democracy.
Oh,
but he didn't.
Like, I mean, Cenk, let's and Cenk, with all due respect, I mean, all this in love with Trump, it's beyond Trump, brother. It's what his message is what he stands for, Cenk, since the 90s, brother, late 80s. He loves America. He puts America first. This guy, people like you that hate Trump, you never hated Trump. You were taught, you were brainwashed to hate Donald Trump. That Trump derangement syndrome is real. All this, we're in love with Trump.
It's right. It's true. He's 100% correct. Vinny is, and it makes people like Cenk just so mad. But it's the truth. People like Cenk Uygur and formerly Anna Kasparian, although it seems like Anna Kasparian is starting to come around now, they're completely brainwashed to hate Trump. And Trump is right. Like, all these people, they like to use the, he's a threat to democracy thing. It's like, how? In what way? Whenever the J6 stuff went down, which is what they're all going to say that they're talking about, he was saying for everyone to remain peaceful. Everybody, like, just peacefully protest if you want to protest. Like, I just don't understand, but is there really a point in trying to understand at this point? I'm just kind of like, logic and reason and rationale, none of these things really matter to these people. It's all just, Trump is a threat to democracy. Why? Because he's a threat to democracy and he must be defeated. They don't ever have a reason. And then if you actually ask them, they're going to say, oh, it's because of J6. Well, okay, what about all these recordings, this literal video footage that we have of J6, of the protesters being let in by security and shown around the place like they were given an official tour? That's what happened. That's what J6 was. And it was also incited by people who work for the government, but let's not get into that in this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought about Vinny versus Cenk Uygur and how they got pretty heated. And also Piers Morgan just absolutely destroying Cenk Uygur and all the nonsense that he's spewing out there. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with Cenk that Donald Trump is not actually that popular of a president and that he probably will lose, to basically anyone except for Joe Biden, who obviously stepped down, and Kamala Harris? They just need somebody anti-establishment and they'll beat Donald Trump. Or do you agree with Vinny and Piers Morgan that Donald Trump is one of the most popular candidates of all time? Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole Piers Morgan uncensored episode.